I am very excited about the new DCU. I mean, I thought season 2 of Peacemaker was fantastic, notwithstanding the pretty questionable finale. Wasn't a big fan of the finale, but overall, the show was fantastic. I loved Superman, and I'm really excited about what's coming up. And the thing I am most excited about is Lanterns, a series that we have all been expecting would be coming out in early 2026 prior to Supergirl, which is coming out in the summer of 2026. Well, now, according to this new report, the DCU's biggest 2026 TV show, Lanterns, is reportedly delayed by DC Studios. This is what's written in the report over at Screen Rant. Green Lantern's podcast recently uncovered in one of the Hollywood Reporter's newsletters from October that the next release for the DCU would be the Supergirl movie rather than HBO's Lanterns TV show. The podcast reached out to the trade, that's Hollywood Reporter, for clarification if this was meant to imply that the series would come out after the film. The host received a reply back from the Hollywood Reporter, who responded with, "You are quite the eagle-eyed reader. Yes, we expect that Lanterns will now come out after Supergirl." After Supergirl. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but Supergirl is scheduled for a June release? July release. So, whereas we have been expecting, hoping, thinking that Lanterns, which looks and sounds incredible, and I cannot wait for this show. Again, all due respect to Man of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Clayface, this is the thing that's on the docket that I'm most excited about right now is Lanterns. And I've been thinking we're probably about 3 or 4 months away from getting it. Early 2026 was the initial thing. Supergirl to come in July. That means, if the Hollywood Reporter is right, we are at minimum not getting Supergirl till August, or not getting Lanterns until August. Probably September or October. We could still be a full year away from Lanterns coming out. Again, with the asterisks, if the Hollywood Reporter is correct and saying what they're saying. Now, I have not heard James Gunn address this, or Peter Safran, or, Aaron Pierre, or anybody else involved with Lanterns. So I am going to kind of withhold too much of a reaction until we hear directly from DC what's going on. But Rob, I'm just going to tell you it up. It's not the end of the world if we got to wait 5 extra months for Lanterns, but it sucks. I've been really excited to get this thing.
Me too.
And it really sucks if we're going to have to wait until after Supergirl to see it. So I don't know, Rob. Do you think this is what's happening? How do you feel about it? And what would cause them to move it to like after July?
I got to tell you, to me, this wasn't surprising at all. Only because, like, you look at the Vision series that Terry Matalas is producing for Marvel. The Wonder Man series, which was done however long ago.
I think we were still in the old studio when Wonder Man was done.
So with this, like with Vision, you have to finish with HBO and these shows. They're coming out on a weekly basis. So basically you have to have them done. These are very expensive shows to make. There's a lot of post-production involved. And we just heard that Lanterns finished shooting. So to me, you're basically, if you've got 8 episodes or 10 episodes, that's 10 hours. I mean, a Marvel movie finishes shooting and a year later it comes out, and that's only 2 hours, and it takes them a year to finish. So it's not surprising to me. I never thought this was going to come out at the beginning of 2026, because even Vision, which was finished months ago in terms of shooting in London, they don't even have a date in 2026. They're talking sometime in 2026 because they have a lot of work to do. So this, to me, is par for the course. Plus, it's HBO. So they want to make sure. I mean, the Dairy series was in production for it wrapped, but there was a long time from the time it wrapped to the time that it debuted. And I think this is mostly par for the course. It doesn't surprise me. And that, obviously Supergirl was the first thing finished. It was finished way before Lanterns filming. So it makes sense to me that it's the first thing that comes out.
But here's the thing. When you think about television traditionally, I remember I was talking to Stephen Amell, the guy who starred in CW's Arrow. Terrific guy. And I was talking to him when he was on set in Vancouver shooting episodes for a season that had already started. Like on air, they were on episode 3, episode 4, and he was like shooting episode 12. And that's traditionally been how TV has often gone.
Yeah, TV, they would shoot TV episodes in 8 days. Like Star Trek The Next Generation they did 26 episodes a season, and they shot each episode in 8 days. And so it was, but these shows, the one thing about these shows are going on location. They're not shooting them in 8 days. It takes a lot longer to shoot one of these HBO episodes than it does to shoot a standard network TV show. And those are CW shows too. And they were doing 20 episodes, 25 episodes a season.
No, I'm not expecting them to still be shooting Lanterns and start debuting the episodes 1, 2, and 3 there. I'm not saying that. But I also got to believe, because remember too, it's not like they finish shooting the show and then start on post-production.
No.
After day 1 of shooting, they're starting post-production. They're ready to go. So like if this thing came out in say April, we'd be talking like a 6-7 month window between when they finished shooting and when they started airing the show. And so, I mean, look, the only thing I can think of, Rob, that would have them moving Lanterns post Supergirl is if there's a story element that they may think, you know what, this will make more sense to an audience if they saw Supergirl first, or if Supergirl came out first. So I don't know, maybe that's their rationale.
I think you're absolutely right about that, because the Supergirl story is cosmic in nature. You know, it's not an earthbound story if they're going by the Tom King comic, which they are. Lobo is a cosmic character. So I would imagine also this is very iterative. We've heard there's been talk about there's doing some reshoots, and like David Cornsweat's come back and they're doing some reshoots with Superman. They might have figured out a way to have a stronger link for the universe itself by adding a bit. And I would imagine that's probably the case. Not a whole lot necessarily, but like you just said, you're dealing with a character who's going on a cosmic odyssey, and the Lanterns characters are cosmic based. And maybe they want to do something that tie the two together somehow. I don't know. James Gunn will spill the beans about this, though.
What's that?
Maybe James Gunn will eventually.
Yeah, James Gunn's very good at addressing
maybe
this
not
stuff.
now, but maybe in a month or two. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Let's keep an eye on James Gunn's social media, because he's pretty good at like saying, hey guys, look, we don't have a release date yet, but it will be before Supergirl, or it'll be after. Hopefully he'll bring some clarification to this. Anyway, whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.